Good morning, guys. I hope we're all sparkly. Gym session done. Just about to run the dogs, but I thought I'd do a quick video. Life is challenging, but we want to see challenges as opportunities, not threats. And that's very difficult in this modern society where we're overstimulated, oversaturated, and we find critical thinking difficult. Do this, do that. What do I want to do as an individual? Well, I want to be the best version of myself. What a cliche. But it's a challenging endeavor. So you've got to try and stack your cards in your favor, because what you're going to get is what you're going to get. And how you react to that is what determines your future. Again, the Marcus Aurelius quote, the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. So what are you going to do? Are you going to make every moment count? Or are you going to self-destruct? Are you going to turn to the path of least resistance, maximum reward, not realizing that the determined effort is your reward and the destination is an illusion, because time moves on. It doesn't stop. So what are you going to do? Well, you're going to do what you're going to do. So what is that? Now, testosterone, the foundation hormone necessary for growth and repair. We know that testosterone has that relationship with dopamine. So yeah, testosterone is a masculine hormone. We like goals. We like to go forwards and conquer. But we have estradiol, the feminine hormone. Why do we need the feminine hormone? Because we need to be empathetic. We need to have understanding and compassion. Not too much, because you'll be crying at the Andrex advert. If you're crying more than your missus, well, that's probably a problem. However, when you've got low testosterone, you're dull. Your senses are dulled. And there's an uncomfortable purgatory. But sometimes there is a bit of comfort in that purgatory, which is why you don't do anything about it. But is that fundamentally down to your chemicals? Yeah, really. And then your consciousness is your subjective appreciation of those subtle changes in physiology. So if you don't have an equilibrium and we're balancing testosterone against cortisol, what's going to happen? Well, you're going to tend to the negative as opposed to the positive. You're not going to see those challenges as opportunities. And we must face adversity, because life is not fair. I want life to be fair. Well, you're a fool if you think life is going to be fair all the time. Now, you might get what you deserve, but you're going to get what you get. And it's how you react to that situation that determines your future. So testosterone, you need a healthy testosterone level for normal physiology, how your body functions. So yeah, look to address your sleep, your stress, your nutrition, your exercise, and your mindset. Now, I've been on testosterone now for many years. I can't even remember when I started. 10 years ago? Something like that. And yeah, it's been life-changing. It's allowed me to put effort in to earn my reward. But it also allows you to cheat. Because say you do an extreme exercise program and you go on a cut, then you're going to be in a stress state, and that is going to eventually wear yourself down, because we are supposed to expose ourselves to stress. And we know that stress improves function and efficiency of our bodies. So it makes sense. You know, autophagy. This is a process whereby your body will get rid of all the rubbish cells and you are optimized. And so what happens, that's when you're fasting. So that makes sense. So if I'm cutting, that's great. But we follow this diurnal pattern, day, night, day, night, day, night. So if you repeatedly expose yourself to stress, you are going to break yourself down. If you repeatedly eat to bulk, and you're in the gym and you're getting the gains that you want, because, you know, we've all got to be lean, mean fighting machines and monsters to protect ourselves against the foes of modern society, what's going to happen? Well, it's a pro-inflammatory state. So yeah, that is also deleterious. Now, it gets very complicated, because I fasted for years. And I'm a big advocate of 16-8, because I like the idea of waking up, having that cortisol saying, right, go find food, but being super alert as a result. Now, is fasting suitable for everybody? Well, you'd hope so, wouldn't you? Because obviously it makes sense from a physiological perspective. But disappointingly, no, it's not. So what's happened recently? Well, I've been training in the morning and I've been absolutely stressed to the nth degree and very conscious of the fact that I am not functioning optimally. So what have I done? Well, I've actually started eating in the mornings again. Now, just some eggs, some high protein stuff. And what's that done? Well, that's given me comfort because it's comfort eating, but it's also given me the nutrients that I need after training and the glycogen restored. So good. But also what we're thinking about is that equilibrium that we need to re-establish. Because again, if you're predominantly sympathetic in the morning and then you release cortisol because that's the stress hormone as a result of excess sympathetic drive, we spoke about the fact that you then have to have a counterbalance. And when you're in a sympathetic state, you're not solely in a sympathetic state. You do need a bit of parasympathetic and then again a little testosterone. Then yeah, it makes sense that if you want to counterbalance the sympathetic nervous system and cortisol, you need to work on the parasympathetic nervous system and obviously have testosterone. So testosterone replacement therapy is a little bit of a cheat. Is it a bad cheat? No, it's a wicked cheat because you're never going to be catabolic to the point that you'll lower your testosterone level because we're going to optimize it. We're going to give you safe, effective TRT. So we're going to get your levels to where they need to be for your physiology. And everybody wants to be high normal. I want to be high normal. But when I go high normal, my libido drops. So it doesn't make sense. So your physiology is dependent on lots of things and it changes. It's a moving target. But how can you mitigate that? So I've been on the same protocol for many, many, many years. My testosterone dose has been recently upped to 14 milligrams. And my HCG, so 100 IU HCG and 5 milligrams sildenafil. Because my levels were dropping. Now, is that because I've been super stressed? Quite possibly. Have I been looking after myself? Well, actually, yeah, no. Do as I say, not do as I do. But actually, I've started to look after myself. I'm doing Sober October. Not because I was an alcoholic, but I realised that alcohol was impacting my sense of well-being. And if it's about the moment, that moment where you decrease consciousness and you forget the worries, the woes of the week, that's great. But when you wake up the next morning and you're firing glutamate hard and your GABA's been inhibited, it's not quite so much fun. And what made me happy? Yeah, alcohol. No. Normal physiology, living in the moment. So again, it's very easy if you have a very stressful life. And my life is very cerebral. Now, obviously, I'm physical all the time so that I can match that cerebral anxiety and counterbalance it with exercise and ice bars and running the dogs and doing all the positive things that I want to do. But you have to have that appreciation of balance. And there is no one-size-fits-all methodology for this because we're all different, but we all share similarities. So, yeah. It's a super interesting journey. It's a journey of evolution. Okay, so you do have to evolve with what you're presented with, but you have to be considered. And I think testosterone replacement therapy, it might allow you to cheat and get away with things, but you know in the back of your mind, you are not the best version of yourself. And what do you want to be? Well, you want to be the best version of yourself. You want to lead by example. You want to set that example to yourself and to others. You want to have that inherent value, and value should come from within, not externally. It's nice to have a little bit of validation. Of course it is. It feeds the ego, and the ego is important. So again, it's about understanding that we've gone down that road before, haven't we? I'm doing what I want. I'm doing what I need to do. But again, it's about that reciprocation. It's about that finding inherent value in the moment. Very simple. So again, what are we going to talk about? Well, we're going to talk about the fact that literally, I want you to understand that this is a process. I can carefully and effectively titrate your dose according to response to get you where you need to get to. You've got to put the work into your stress, your sleep, your nutrition, your exercise, and your mindset. And ultimately, you are in charge. I am here to support you and guide you, but you're in charge. So what are you going to do? Are you going to be that person? Are you going to take shortcuts? Are you going to get away with things? Or are you going to work and earn? your reward.